Advisory Council approves Revenue Policy and Revenue Management Amendment Ordinance 2025. International Conference on Rohingya Crisis in Cox's Bazar from 24th to 26th August, Press Secretary informs. Ministry of Liberation War Affairs publishes Gazette on Welfare and Rehabilitation for July Warriors family members of martyrs to get 30 lakh of Sanchoy Patro and 20,000 per month as allowance. Shukharanjan Bali submits complaint with International Crimes Tribunal against Sheikh Hasina for enforced disappearance and torture. Joint Trade Commission to be formed for strengthening trade between Bangladesh and Pakistan, says the Commerce Advisor after meeting with visiting Pakistan delegation. Path to democracy isn't safe until the government of people assumes power, says Tariq Rahman while exchanging pleasantries with Hindu community. Tel Aviv starts first phase of attack to capture Gaza, 81 more Palestinians killed in Israeli aggression. And in Darwin, Bangladesh Ace suffer 3-wicket defeat to Melbourne Stars in top to end T20 series. Assalamu alaikum viewers, this is Upama Shaha with you, welcoming you to the news at 10. You have just heard the headlines, now moving on to the details. The Council of Advisors approved the draft of Revenue Policy and Revenue Management Amendment Ordinance 2025. The approval was given at the meeting of Advisory Council held at the Chief Advisor's office today with Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus in the chair. The meeting also approved the proposed agreement between the Government of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan and the Government of People's Republic of Bangladesh on the abolition of visa for the nationals of their countries holding diplomatic and official passports. Besides, the Council was informed about the progress in implementing the recommendations of the reform commissions. After the meeting, the Chief Advisor's Press Secretary Shafiqul Alam briefed the reporters at the Foreign Service Academy in the capital. He said an international conference on Rohingya issues will be held in Cox's Bazar on August 24th, 25th and 26th to highlight the Rohingya crisis, major discussion internationally. Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus will attend the conference next Monday.
আজকে তিনটা মেজর বিষয় ছিল। একটা হচ্ছে যে সংস্কার কমিশনের সুপারিশ বাস্তবায়ন অগ্রগতি পর্যালোচনা করা হয়েছে। দুই, রাজস্ব নীতি ও রাজস্ব ব্যবস্থাপনা এটার একটা সংশোধনের যেটা একটা কিছুদিন আগে আপনারা জানেন একটা ল হয়েছিল, সেটার একটা অ্যামেন্ডমেন্টে এসছে এবং এটাকে অ্যামেন্ডমেন্টটা পাস হয়েছে। আর একটা হচ্ছে যে বাংলাদেশ এবং পাকিস্তানের সাথে ভিসা অ্যাবলিশন এর জন্য একটা চুক্তি হয়েছে এবং এটা ফর হচ্ছে ডিপ্লোম্যাটিক এবং অফিসিয়াল পাসপোর্ট যারা ধারণ করেন তাদের জন্য। এই তিনটা বিষয়ে আলোচনা হচ্ছে। আগামী 24, 25, 26 তারিখে রোহিঙ্গা একটা কনফারেন্স হচ্ছে কক্সবাজারে। অন্তর্বর্তীকালীন গভর্নমেন্ট রোহিঙ্গা ইস্যুটাকে খুব সিরিয়াসলি দেখছেন। এই বিষয়ে আমরা অনেকের সাথে আমরা কাজ করছি, অনেক দেশের সাথে খুব নিবিড়ভাবে আমরা এই বিষয় নিয়ে আলাপ আলোচনা করছি। তো সেই আলোকেই রোহিঙ্গা ক্রাইসিসটাকে আবার ইন্টারন্যাশনালি যাতে মেজর ডিসকাশনের বিষয় হয় সেটার জন্য আমরা এইটাকে হাইলাইট করার জন্য তিনটা বড় ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কনফারেন্স করার আমরা প্ল্যান নিয়েছি। তার প্রথমটা হচ্ছে এই 24 তারিখে শুরু হবে আর 3 দিন ব্যাপী। এরপরে 30শে সেপ্টেম্বর হবে সবচেয়ে বড়, সেটা ইউএনএ হবে। সেখানে আমরা আশা করছি 170টার মতো দেশ পার্টিসিপেট করবে। তার পরবর্তীতে আরও একটা কনফারেন্স আমরা আশা করছি দোহা কাতারে হওয়ার। উই এক্সপেক্ট দ্যাট ইট উইল বি হেল্ড ইন দোহা। আমরা আশা করছি যে 40টার মতো দেশের প্রতিনিধিবৃন্দ এখানে থাকবেন, অনেক ইন্টারন্যাশনাল অর্গানাইজেশন এবং অনেক ইউএন অর্গানাইজেশন এইখানে থাকবেন। যারা বিদেশি আসবেন তাদের সাথে রোহিঙ্গার জনগোষ্ঠী ইন্টারঅ্যাক্ট করতে পারবেন, তাদের কথাগুলো বলতে পারবেন, তারা তাদের যে ভয়েসগুলো তারা রেইজ করবেন। এটা কক্সবাজারে এটা হবে। 25 তারিখে আমাদের চিফ অ্যাডভাইজার মহোদয় ওখানে যাচ্ছেন এবং এটা 26 তারিখে কনক্লুশন হবে।
Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus today handed over the deed of a 3-kata plot to Purbachal to Mahir Sarwar Meg, son of slain journalist couple Sagar Sarwar and Meherun Runi. The Chief Advisor formally handed over the deed to Meg at the State Guest House Jamuna this afternoon. Journalist Sagar Sarwar had applied for the plot in 2004 and was allotted it in 2005. Despite completing the full payment in 2009, the family was not given the ownership of the plot by the previous Awami League government. Currently, Sagar's mother Saleha Monir and his son Meg are the legal inheritors of the property. During the deed handover, the Chief Advisor inquired about the progress of the investigation into the Sagar Runi murder case. Such prolonged delays in investigation create public resentment and frustrates people over the legal system, Professor Yunus said, and directed the authorities concerned to complete the much talked about murder case investigation soon. Meg presented the Chief Advisor with a jersey and a bag designed by himself. Housing and Public Works Advisor Adlur Rahman Khan, Education Advisor Professor Dr. Chaudhry Rafiqul Abrar, Fisheries and Livestock Advisor Farida Akhtar, Environment, Forest and Climate Change Advisor Soda Rizwana Hassan, Rajuk Chairman Engineer Muhammad Riazul Islam and Meherun Runi's brother Nausher Alam Roman were present at the function among others. The High Court has declared the demand for trial of the massacres during the July-August mass uprising and the United Nations fact-finding report as a historic document. The court directed the relevant authorities to issue a Gazette notification within 3 months, officially recognizing it as the July Revolution 2024. The case has been declared a continuing matter. The verdict was delivered today by a High Court bench comprising Justice Fahmida Kader and Justice Mubina Asaf. Lawyer Mohammad Tanvir Ahmed stated that the court asked why the UN fact-finding report on human rights violations during the July-August mass uprising should not be declared a historic document. The court also sought an explanation as to why the report should not be preserved for the research and knowledge of future generations. The ruling was originally scheduled for 3rd August but was postponed at the request of the State Council. The court issued the verdict today. Earlier, on 13th August last year, Supreme Court lawyer Mohammad Tanvir Ahmed filed a writ petition in the High Court. The writ sought directives to take necessary action against those responsible for sustaining fascist rule and for the July-August massacres. Following the preliminary hearing, on 15th August, the High Court issued a rule asking why directives should not be given to prosecute those responsible for killing of innocent people in the country. The UN Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights Fact-Finding Mission investigated human rights violations in Bangladesh between 1st July and 15th August 2024 and published its report. The report released in February this year included testimonies from seriously injured victims and numerous protesters. It was later attached to the supplementary petition filed this month. The government has published a gazette on the July mass uprising martyr families and July warriors Welfare and Rehabilitation Ordinance 2025. According to the gazette, each family of July martyrs will receive savings certificate worth 30 lakh taka as one-time grant along with a monthly allowance of 20,000 taka. The Ministry of Liberation War Affairs in its first phase listed 12,877 names and later included another 1,757 names in the gazette. All those killed in the July mass uprising will be officially recognized as July Shohid, while the injured have been termed July warriors. The injured have been categorized into 3 groups. Category A, July warriors will receive 5 lakh taka as a one-time grant and 20,000 monthly. Category B will get 3 lakh taka as one-time grant and 15,000 monthly, and Category C will receive 1 lakh taka one-time grant and 10,000 per month. To oversee welfare and rehabilitation, committees will be formed at central, district and upazila levels. The advisor for Liberation War Affairs will head the Central Committee of July Warriors Welfare and Rehabilitation. The International Crimes Tribunal 2 has framed charges in the case over the killing of 7 people, including the burning of 5 bodies and 1 person alive during the July-August mass uprising in Ashulia. The tribunal has also ordered the trial to begin. The order was issued today by the judicial panel led by Justice Nazrul Islam Chaudhary, chairman of International Crimes Tribunal 2. Earlier on August 13th, after hearings from the state defense and the lawyers of the accused, the tribunal fixed today for passing the order on charge framing. This morning, 8 arrested accused in the case were produced before the tribunal. A total of 16 people have been indicted in the case. Among them, 8, including former Member of Parliament Saiful Islam, remain absconding. The tribunal has already appointed lawyers on their behalf. Meanwhile, today, former police sub-inspector Sheikh Afzalul Haq, accused in the Ashulia body burning case, applied to confess his guilt and become a state witness. On July 2nd, prosecutors submitted formal charges against 16 accused in this case. Earlier, on September 11th last year, a case was filed with the International Crimes Tribunal on charges of crimes against humanity over the killing of 1 person on August 4th and the burning of 5 bodies, along with 1 person alive on August 5th in Ashulia. The International Crimes Tribunal 1 today heard testimony in a crimes against humanity case over the killing of 6 people in Chankarpul on August 5th last year during the mass uprising. 4 accused were produced before the tribunal in the morning. The prime accused in the case, former Dhaka Metropolitan Police DMP Commissioner Habibur Rahman, along with 4 others, remain absconding. Newspaper advertisements have been published summoning the fugitives and asking them to appear before the court. Earlier on May 25th, the tribunal formally took cognizance of the charges. Shukhuranjan Bali, a key witness in the case against former Jamaat Islam Naibi Amir Delwar Hussain Saidi, has filed a complaint with the International Crimes Tribunal seeking justice against Sheikh Hasina over incidents of enforced disappearance and torture. He appeared at the prosecution section of the International Crimes Tribunal today and submitted the complaint to the Chief Prosecutor's Office. According to the complaint, Shukhuranjan Bali was abducted, held captive, subjected to enforced disappearance and torture, and was kept in an Indian prison for a long time. Shukhuranjan Bali was a prosecution witness in the Saidi case. In 2012, while testifying before the International Crimes Tribunal, he spoke in favor of Saidi. Shortly afterward, he went missing from the tribunal premises. Later, various international human rights organizations and media reported that he was found in an Indian prison. After being missing for a long time, Shukhuranjan Bali returned to Bangladesh. Now, after many years, he has come forward publicly and formally filed his complaint against Sheikh Hasina. In the much discussed August 21st grenade attack case, the hearing on the appeal against the acquittal of BNP's acting chairman Tariq Rahman, former State Minister for Home Affairs Lutfuzzaman Babar, and all other accused has concluded today. The verdict in this case has been scheduled to be delivered on September 4th. After the arguments and hearings from both prosecution and the defense, the 6-member appellate bench headed by Chief Justice Dr. Swet Refat Ahmed passed the order today. Briefing journalist, Additional Attorney General Mohammad Abdul Jabbar Bhuiya said that the arguments from both the prosecution and the defense, which continued for 5 days, have now ended. The prosecution has prayed for overturning the High Court's acquittal verdict. Meanwhile, defense lawyers expressed hope that they will receive justice on September 4th. Bangladesh Jamati Islam Assistant Secretary General Hamidur Rahman Azad said that the necessary level playing field for free and fair elections is yet to be established in the country, stressing the need for ensuring equal opportunity for all political parties in the electoral process. He made the remarks while speaking to journalists following a meeting with Chief Election Commissioner A.M.M. Nasiruddin at the Election Commission headquarters in the capital today. A 5-member delegation from Bangladesh Jamati Islami led by Hamidur Rahman Azad participated in the meeting with the CEC. Hamidur Rahman Azad said Jamati Islami have no objection if the election is held in February. The party proposed to the Commission to announce a timeline for holding elections either in February or April. He added, however, if the government believes preparations are completed and intends to hold the election in December this year, Jamati Islam has no objection to that either. Regarding the demand for elections under the PR system, Hamidur Rahman Azad said Jamati Islami are strengthening this demand by building public opinion. He further noted that following the July uprising, a new political expectation has emerged among the people. People now aspire to see a refined and modern political framework. Bangladesh and Pakistan have agreed to revitalize the existing Joint Economic Commission alongside setting up a new Trade and Investment Commission to explore further the trade and investment potentials of the two countries. Commerce advisor Sheikh Bashiruddin informed this while addressing a press briefing after visiting Federal Commerce Minister of Pakistan Jam Kamal Khan met him at his office at Bangladesh Secretariat this afternoon. He mentioned that a very intensive discussion was held between the two sides covering a wide array of issues ranging from trade, commerce, food, agriculture, industrial production in a bid to enhance the trade and economic capacity of both the countries. He said that they also discussed the issue of mutual acceptance of certificates and standards and sought support from Pakistan towards improving the leather and sugar industries of Bangladesh. The commerce advisor said that Bangladesh has also requested the Pakistan side to withdraw its anti-dumping duty on export of hydrogen peroxide to Pakistan, as well as restoring duty-free, quota-free access of exporting up to 1 crore kgs of tea to Pakistan from Bangladesh. Commerce Secretary Mahbubur Rahman said that the meeting was held in a very cordial atmosphere where the issue of minimizing the existing trade gap got significance. Information and Broadcasting Advisor Muhammad Mahfuz Alam has urged Deputy Commissioners to make the Notun Kuri competition neutral and inclusive. He made this call in a meeting held with Divisional Commissioners and DCs on online platform at the meeting room of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry today. Highlighting the purpose of the Notun Kuri competition, Muhammad Mahfuz Alam said the Notun Kuri competition is starting after a long time with the aim of cultural awakening of the new generation. Stressing the importance of selecting talented children and adolescents at the local level, he said that if the most talented children and adolescents cannot be selected from the grassroots, it will have an impact on the Dhaka phase. The advisor hoped if children and adolescents can reach the final stage through transparency, impartiality and inclusive system, it will have a positive impact on national culture. He said the district administration has an important role in the regional selection of the Notun Kuri competition and the divisional administration in the divisional selection. He called upon the DCs to increase publicity through social media and other means to motivate children and adolescents to participate in the competition. Information and Broadcasting Secretary Mahbuba Farjana said the competition would be more fruitful if the district administration organized a meeting with local stakeholders on the competition. DCs of Pirojpur, Jhalokati, Joypurhat, Meherpur and Chattogram spoke at the meeting. They informed about the preparations of their respective districts for organizing the competition. BTV Director General Muhammad Mahbubul Alam and senior officials of the ministry were present at the meeting. Members of Hindu community exchanged greetings with BNP acting chairman Tariq Rahman today on the occasion of Janmashtami. Joining virtually, Tariq Rahman exchanged compliments with the Hindu community members on the occasion. Hindu Buddhist Christian Welfare Front has organized the program marking the birth of Lord Sri Krishna. Paying tribute to all the July martyrs, including Ria Gop, Rothin Bishas and Shoykot Chandra Dey, he said that the path of democratic journey will not be risk-free until people's government comes to power. Presided over by BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir, party leaders including Standing Committee member Goishwar Chandra Roy, Dr. Abdul Moin Khan and Professor Dr. A.Z.M. Zahid Hussain spoke on the occasion. Now international news.